What's up guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to build a MI-24, this one to be exact. So, first of all, you're going to want to start with, You're going to want to start with wedge beams. It doesn't matter where you start. I recommend starting one block higher because we need space for the landing gear. So, you're going to want to get a wedge beam, 4 of them. You put two of them like that, and the other 2 like this. Once you're done with that, you can get 3 normal wedges. Then you can put you should put a block like that. Once you're done with that, you can get you should get a you need to place a triangle wedge 1x2 on both sides like this. Then you're going to want a wedge 1x2 normal. After that, you're going to want to put a block on top like that. Once you put down the block, you can put a wedge right here. I'm going pretty fast, so feel free to pause if you need. Then you put a block here, followed by a wedge 1x4 and a beam 1x4, like this. Once you're done with that, you should put a put a wedge 1x4. Put 4 wedge 1x4 like this, as I'm showing you right now. Once you're done with that, you should do the general body. So this is made by 4 blocks like this. 8 blocks. Followed by 2 blocks on top like this. And we're going to do the cockpit now. No, sorry. So, once you're done with that, put a default beam 1x7 here, followed by a beam 1x4 here, followed by a half block here. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to make a little crown like this. Remember to use blocks. You can use half blocks if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Sorry, I'm not doing something right. So actually, you're going to want to put these like so. It's fine. Put them like we did before. 4 below on both sides. Perfect. No, sorry, I got the window wrong. Instead of the first window, delete all the crowns, all the blocks that you just placed, and now place them like so. you should get a pattern like this. And these should be 3 blocks. So now we've done the almost, well, half of the main body. If you want to start the we'll actually start the cockpit right now. So you're going to want to go to half blocks, then click half block wedge. You're going to want 2 of those, like I do, like so. Then you're going to want a motor 2. I recommend setting the speed to 10. So once you've done that, you can place it another motor 2 like this, followed by 4 guns. Oops, sorry. So once you've done that, you're going to want to we're going to be building the cockpit now. Go to wedges 2 and click glass round wedge out. Then place two glass blocks, sorry. Then you're going to want to get a triangle wedge block. Like so. After you've done that, get 2 normal wedges. Put 1 glass wedge on each side. Now we're going to be coloring after. Alright, so last triangle wedge goes here. Perfect. And you should have a shape that looks like this. If you want, you can place the main pilot seat. And, one sec. You can place the main pilot. One second. Perfect. As I was saying, you can place the main pilot seat right here. So, after you've done that, you're going to want 2 triangle wedges. Yeah, sorry. Triangle wedges are here. Remember to make them glass. 2 triangle wedges like so. Followed by another glass round wedge out. After you've done that, I would put 2 glass wedges like this. As you can see, the shape is coming along pretty well. Sorry, here's a step I forgot. Instead of putting 4 guns like that, you should put the 4 guns like this. Then use a default half block wedge, and put it like that. So we're going to start doing the back now. Actually, we're going to do the windows first. Put windows in the middle of the holes crown you made. And then get a default block and put it like so. After you've done that, use 2 wedge 1x2s on the triangle wedge 1x2s like this. If you can't see it well, like this, and on the other side like this. So once you've done that, let's see. Put a wedge 1x2 on the very, very, very last block on the back. Then place a wedge like this, followed by a block, followed by another wedge. Now, once you've done that, you can do a block right here and 2 wedges like this. If you can't see it well, let me show you. So you should have this shape. Now, once you're done with that, you can put 2. I recommend using half block surface because it gives you just slightly bit more room. 2 glass half blocks, followed by a default normal block. And 2 round wedge outs. If you want, you can test it now. Alright, I forgot. This is not. Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. So, after that, you're going to want to put 2 blocks like so. I recommend putting, I don't recommend. Put a block in the middle. After you've done that, get a half cylinder 2, and put it on top like this. After you've done that, get a round wedge out and put it in the middle of the cylinders you just placed. Once you've done that, you can get a half ball and put it under the cylinders. Okay, after you've done that, you can get 2 beam 1x4s. 1, 2. Followed by a round wedge out here. And then you can put then you're going to want to put a triangle wedge right here on both sides. Only on top, not under. And from there, you're going to want to get the round wedge out and start placing them from the triangle wedge you just placed to here, to the near the balls you just placed. So, once you've done that, you can get half cylinder twos, more of them, and put them. Remember to save this space because we're going to be putting put a half wedge down in the space you just saved. Once you've done that, you can do 3 cylinder, half cylinder 2. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So then you're going to want to do 1, 2, 3 like that. You're going to want to save this for the propeller we're making later. Sorry, I think it's called propeller. We're making that last though. I think at least. Once you've done that, you can put a half wedge down on both sides of on the back, both sides of the helicopter, like this. Sorry, 1 second. You're going to want to do this kind of shape. Remember both sides. You're going to want to make this kind of shape. So you're going to want to fill these little holes with half wedges. Now copy this to the other side, half wedge there, half wedge down right here.
Okay.
Followed by another one here.
This is strength.
And then here.
Wait.
Oh no,
That's
oops.
the point.
And once you've done that, you can put that's basically all for that. Once you've done that, you can get a 2 wedge 1x2s and you can put them on the blocks right next to windows like this. I'm highlighting them in red. Now note that the real MI-24s only have 1 propeller, but this one has 2. So, yeah. We haven't done this side yet. You're going to want to fill this side with round wedge out, just 2 from wedge 2s, 2. And then we've got pretty much almost our main body. Once you've done that, you can just fill the rest with blocks. just like that. And that's basically our body done. Except for the weapons, sorry. So for the weapons, wing thingies, you're going to want to put 1, 2, 3, 4 like that on both sides. Then you're going to want 3 half beams on the next to the half blocks you just placed. So you should have something that looks like this. Then you should get half wedge from the half blocks and cover it like so. And then get a half beam and under the half wedge, put it down. Now this is a time where you're going to move it up and get a tiny landing gear. Scroll down. Tiny landing gear. Make sure the metal part is in the back. So, yeah, make sure the metal part is in the back. Then you're going to want to do that, but for the back wheels, disable the steering and put it down like so. I think that's basically the body done. Perfect. So, we're going to paint now. Make the whole, sorry, wrong blue. Copy these colors and make the whole entire bottom blue. Remember, these are included. No, sorry, wrong color. Don't copy that yet. So, you're going to want to paint literally everything on the bottom blue, like this. Perfect. Perfect. Now, we're going to actually use this color 187179178, and we're going to color it all over the helicopter. We're going to do the green camo really soon. Perfect. Just like that. Now don't color these half balls because we're going to give them a different color. That different color will be 364, I believe. So it's basically 77, 77, 77. You can't type it in, but you're going to want to paint the cockpit and those two half balls. Paint all the windows with 77 too. Perfect. So, I recommend you should follow my camo. So, you're going to want to paint these 4 blocks with this camo, 200. Then you're going to want to 4 blocks. Then you're going to want to paint these 2 blocks, followed by these 3. Then you're going to do this, followed by that one, and this half cylinder. Once you're done with that, you can put all the blocks like this. Perfect. And then you're going to want to do this. And now we move on to the front. Now, I recommend painting this whole entire top motor green. And actually, I forgot a step. You're going to want to put a block behind the motor like that. Paint that green too. And then we're doing this side. So, you're going to want to paint this little triangle wedge there, followed by these 2, this, then 3 like this, and like that, and like that. And then over you're going to want to do that and that. So you should have something that looks like there we go. Perfect. Now, remember to paint this one right here. And that's basically almost all the painting done. So you're going to want to get, from the PvP weapons, get rockets. So you're going to want to put these like this so the nose isn't sticking out. So make sure the 2 blocks on the rocket are in the middle. And remember they need to be as close to the main body as possible. Perfect. After you've done that, color it blue. and then put 2 disconnectors and put basically whatever you want. I would use bombs, but you choose. So we're just going to leave those empty. Now remember though to change the keybinds on these disconnectors because you could accidentally drop your payload on accident. So once you've done that, you're going to move on to the motors. So you're going to want to get a small propeller engine facing this way and another one facing that way.
Could you try again?
Sorry, my Siri is kind of acting up. Once you've done that, color it 77 too. Of the whole entire propeller, 77. Perfect. Once you're done with that, copy these keybinds onto the one on the left, this one right here, on the one on the left. And the same for the one on the right, except if the keybinds are switched. Like so. And we are going to turn with that. So perfect. Good job, you've arrived here. I'm not sure what to say. You've actually listened to me for this whole time, unless if you skipped ahead. So, then you're going to want a normal motor facing forward. No, sorry. You're going to want motors like this, 2 facing down and 2 facing up, like so. Now make sure these ones in the middle need to be motor locked. Lock. Perfect. Then I recommend using my settings. So backward for the motor on the very top, it is these settings. Pause if you need. And then for the motor on the bottom, it is these settings. Once you've done those, you can put motors like so, motors facing up. Then you're going to want to, for the, we're doing the motors like this. So, for the motors on the top right here, you're going to want to copy these settings. The motors on the top. Pause if you need to. For the motors on the bottom, we're going to be using these settings. Once again, pause if you need to. These settings. Once you've done that, you can get 2 wing panels, 1x4, and put them like so. So make sure it's basically a wing panel 1x8, which doesn't exist, but we're making it exist. you can do that. Remember, 2 wing panel 1x4s on each side. Now, color everything 77. Now remember, keep in mind that real MI-24 has, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. The real MI-24 has, what's it called? Only 1 propeller, sorry. I meant to say that. The real MI-24 only has 1 propeller. So beware. Color it 77 everywhere. Make sure you don't see any pink. And perfect. So to fly this, you're basically going to want to press Shift. Then you're going to want to hold down E. Sorry, I forgot to put in the thrusters. Make a little hole under the wedge, like this. Then you're going to want to get a super rocket engine and put it up like this. Put it on that side and put it on this side. So for this one, put increase power S and decrease power W. And then for this one, just turn on off and off only mode. And that's basically all. So now you just gotta figure out how to get out. I recommend using a parachute, like so, right? Yeah. Or you can just reset. Like so. Alexa, stop. Perfect. So, patch a hole back up and slap back the paint job on it. Remember, they're both white. And then you're good to fly. So, press Shift, then hold down E. It's W and S for controls, A and D for right and left. Left mouse button for your gun, obviously. G for landing gear. F for rockets. Yeah, and that's basically all the controls. Pretty cool. So, that is how you build a fully functioning MI-24. And of course, there's a flying car on my private server. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye!